One cup of English.
Real English for real life.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jason, and today, we have something really good for you.
Yes, so if you've ever stood next to someone, a coworker, a neighbor, someone at a coffee shop, and you had no idea what to say in English, this episode is for you.
Like you open your mouth and then nothing comes out.
Exactly. That awkward silence, that feeling where you think, why can't I just say something?
And maybe your English is actually fine, but small talk? That's a different thing.
It really is. And today, we're going to fix that. By the end of this episode, you'll have real phrases, real examples, and a simple system for starting conversations, even if your vocabulary is small.
You'll feel like, oh, I can actually do this.
That's the goal. And before we jump in, if you're listening right now, do us a favor. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and write the word talk in the comments. Just the word talk. It helps us so much, and it tells us you're here with us.
Okay, let's go.
So, Jason, let's start with the big question. Why does small talk feel so hard, even for people who speak English reasonably well?
Right. And I think the number one reason is people don't know how to start. Like the first sentence is the scariest part.
Yes, you're standing there, you want to say something, but you think, what do I say? And then you say nothing.
And then it gets weird because the moment passes and now it's even more awkward to start talking.
Okay, so that's fear number one. You don't know what to say first.
Fear number two, and this one I think is really common, is giving short answers. So someone asks you, "How are you?" And you say, "Fine." And that's it. The conversation just stops.
It dies.
It dies, and then both people feel awkward, and you think, my English is bad. But actually, the problem isn't your English. The problem is the answer was too short.
That's such an important point. It's not about your grammar, it's about knowing the right technique.
Exactly.
And fear number three, and I see this a lot, people are scared of looking strange. Like, what if I say something weird? What if they don't understand me? What if I make a mistake?
And that fear makes you freeze. You say nothing. And ironically, saying nothing feels worse than saying something a little imperfect.
So true. Okay, so those are the three big fears: not knowing how to start, giving short answers, and being afraid of mistakes.
And here's the good news.
Here's the truth.
Small talk is actually simple, like genuinely simple. You don't need perfect English, you don't need a big vocabulary, you just need a few tools. And that's what we're giving you today.
Let's start with level one. Level one is starting the conversation. Just the opening, the first sentence.
And I want to say something here. The easiest way to start a conversation is to talk about what's around you, your environment.
Yes, you don't need a topic, you don't need a plan. Just look around and say something about what you see, what you feel, what's happening right now.
So, for example, you're in line at the supermarket. The line is really long. You can say, "Long line today, right?"
That's it. That's enough.
Or you're outside and the weather is nice. You say, "Nice day, isn't it?"
Simple, natural, easy.
Or you're at work and it's really busy. You look at someone and say, "It's so busy today."
And they'll probably say, I know, right? And boom, conversation started.
Just like that.
Let's do a quick example. Imagine we're at a coffee shop. The coffee machine just made a really loud noise. Jason, go.
Okay. Wow, that machine is loud.
I know, it always does that in the morning.
Does it? I'm here for the first time.
Oh, really? Well, the coffee is great. Worth the noise.
And see, that's a full, natural conversation. Started with one simple sentence about the environment.
And I used the words I know, I'm here for the first time. Oh, really? All very basic. You don't need anything complicated.
If you're listening right now, pause for a second. Think about where you are. What's one thing you could say about your environment right now? Just think it. Maybe even say it out loud.
That's your first practice. Okay, level 2.
Level 2 is keeping the conversation going, because starting is one thing, but then what?
And the secret here is open questions, not yes or no questions, open questions.
Right, so a yes or no question is, did you have a good weekend? And someone can say yes, and then nothing.
But an open question is, how was your weekend? And now they have to give you more information.
Or, what do you usually do on weekends?
Or, what did you do today?
Or, what do you like to do in your free time?
These questions invite a real answer. They open a door.
And here's something important. You don't have to be creative. These questions work every time. Every single time.
Let's hear another little example. We're coworkers. It's Monday morning.
Hey, Sophia, how was your weekend?
It was really nice, actually. I went to the park with my sister.
Nice. Do you and your sister hang out a lot?
Yeah, we try to. It's hard because she lives in a different city.
Oh, how far away?
About 2 hours by train.
And now we're talking. I asked one open question and the whole conversation opened up.
And notice, Jason's questions were very simple. How was your weekend? Do you hang out a lot? How far away? Short. Simple. But they worked.
Short questions, big conversations. That's the idea.
Write in the comments, what's your favorite thing to do on weekends? Practice your English and tell us. We love reading your comments.
Okay, level 3. This is where conversations feel really natural.
Level 3 is about reacting and following up. So you're not just asking questions, you're also responding. You're showing interest.
Because imagine you're talking to someone and they just say, or okay every time you speak. That feels cold, right?
You feel like they're not listening. But when someone says, really? That's so cool. You feel good. You want to keep talking.
So the magic phrases here are things like, really?
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Oh, nice.
Why? Tell me more.
I didn't know that.
These phrases, they're tiny, but they change everything. They make the other person feel heard.
Let me show you. Imagine someone tells me, I just got back from Portugal.
Okay.
Bad response. Oh, nice.
So, what did you do there?
See how that feels a little dead? Now the good version.
I just got back from Portugal.
Oh, wow, really? I've always wanted to go there. How was it?
It was amazing. The food, the people, the weather.
The food. What did you eat? I need to know.
And now we're having a real conversation, full energy.
And the difference was just the reaction. Oh, wow, really? Instead of, oh, nice.
Same words, different energy.
If you're doing this in real life, the energy you bring is just as important as the words you know.
Okay, real life story time. I want to share something that happened to me.
Oh, yes, let's hear it.
So, I was on a flight, long flight, and I sat next to a woman. And I didn't say anything for like the first hour.
Just silence?
Just silence. I had headphones in, she had headphones in, and I thought, this is fine. But honestly, it felt a little awkward.
Yeah.
And then the flight attendant spilled a little coffee near us. Not on us, just nearby. And I looked at the woman and said, that was close.
Perfect environment-based opener.
She laughed and she said, I know, I was worried about my bag. And I said, what's in your bag? Something important? And she said, "My laptop. I have a presentation tomorrow."
Oh.
And then we talked for the next 2 hours about her job, about travel, about everything. She was really interesting.
And it started with, that was close.
3 words. That's all it took.
So the lesson here, you don't need a perfect opener. You just need a opener. Any opener. The conversation takes care of itself.
Exactly.
I have a story too. It's a little embarrassing.
Oh, I love embarrassing stories. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I was at a birthday party for a friend, and I didn't know most of the people there. And there was this woman standing near me, and I wanted to talk to her. And I thought, okay, Sophia, small talk. You teach this. You can do it.
So?
And I said, and I'm not proud of this, I looked at her and I said, so, do you like parties?
Oh, no.
I know. She looked at me like, we're at a party right now, so.
Do you like parties? At a party. That's amazing.
It was terrible. But you know what? She laughed, and I laughed, and we ended up talking for the whole evening because the awkward question broke the ice in its own weird way.
So even a bad opener can work.
Apparently, the point is you start something, anything. Don't be silent.
Write in the comments, have you ever had an awkward small talk moment? We want to hear your stories. Seriously, it makes us feel better about ourselves.
Okay, section 6. What to do when you don't understand.
Because this is real. Sometimes someone says something and you just don't get it.
Maybe they speak fast. Maybe they use a word you don't know. Maybe the connection was bad if you're on a call.
And a lot of people in this situation, they just say yes and hope for the best.
Which can lead to some very confusing situations.
Very, very confusing situations.
So instead, use these phrases. Sorry, could you say that again?
Can you repeat that, please?
Sorry, what does that mean?
I'm not sure I understood. What do you mean by that?
And this is so important. Asking for clarification is not weakness. It is not embarrassing. It is a sign of intelligence.
Really smart people ask when they don't understand. Really smart people in their native language ask when they don't understand.
Native English speakers say, sorry, what? All the time. All the time.
It's completely normal. Don't be afraid of it.
And here's a tip. When you use one of these phrases, people almost always slow down and explain more clearly. It actually makes the conversation better.
Because they want to communicate with you. They want you to understand.
So don't guess, don't nod and hope, just ask.
All right, section 7. How to end a conversation politely.
Because sometimes you need to go, or the conversation is finished, and you want to end it in a way that's friendly and natural.
And not just walk away.
Please don't just walk away.
It happens though.
Okay, so here are some easy, natural ways to end a conversation. You can say, it was really nice talking to you.
I have to get going, but it was great to meet you.
I'll let you get back to it.
We should do this again sometime.
Take care.
And you can combine them. So, for example, hey, I have to go grab my lunch, but it was so nice chatting with you.
Perfect. Friendly, clear, no weirdness.
And the other person will say, you too, have a great day, and everyone feels good.
The key is give them a small reason why you're leaving. You don't have to explain everything, just, I have to go, or I have a meeting soon. That's enough. It's polite. It makes it clear you're not just running away.
And ending a conversation well actually makes people remember you positively. They think, oh, they were friendly, nice person.
Yes, a good ending is part of a good conversation.
Okay, we're almost at the end, but before we wrap up, let's do a quick practice together, right now.
Yes, this is important. Don't just listen, do it.
So here's your mini exercise. Think of one open question you could ask someone. Just one. Maybe, what do you usually do in the evenings? Or, how was your day? Or, what are you working on lately?
Pick one. Got it? Good. Now say it out loud. Right now, wherever you are. Say the question out loud.
If you're on the bus, say it quietly. If you're at home, say it normally. If your roommate is nearby, say it to your roommate. Surprise them.
That works too.
Now imagine someone answers. Maybe they say, "Oh, I usually watch movies in the evenings." What's your follow up? What do you say next?
Maybe, oh, nice. What kind of movies? Or, what's the last good movie you watched? Or just, really? I love movies too.
See, you have a full conversation in your head, ready to go.
Practice in your head counts. It builds confidence. And then, in a real situation, the words come more easily.
Because you've done it before, even if just in your imagination.
If you did this exercise right now, write, I did it in the comments. Let us know. We're proud of you.
So, let's wrap it up. What did we learn today?
We learned that small talk is not about perfect English. It's not about having a big vocabulary. It's about knowing a few simple techniques.
Technique number 1, look at your environment and say something about it. Start there. It's always easy.
Technique number 2, ask open questions, not yes or no. Open. How was? What did you? What do you like?
Technique number 3, react. Show interest. Really? That's so cool. Oh, wow. These tiny phrases make a big difference.
Technique number 4, when you don't understand, just ask. It's okay. It's normal. It's smart.
And technique number 5, end conversations well. It was so nice talking to you. Have a great day. That's it.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be funny or impressive or say the right thing every time.
You just have to start. One sentence. That's enough to open a door.
And the more you practice, and we mean real practice, in real life or even imaginary practice like we did today, the easier it gets.
It really does, I promise.
Okay, here are our questions for you this week. And please, we love your answers. Leave them in the comments.
Question 1. Do you feel comfortable starting conversations in English? Be honest. We want to know.
Question 2. What do you usually say first when you meet someone? What's your go-to opener?
Tell us in the comments. And while you're there, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps us keep making these episodes for you.
We put a lot of love into every episode. And knowing that you're listening, that means everything.
So thank you, seriously. Thank you for being here.
You are doing something amazing by learning English. It takes courage, it takes effort, and you should be proud.
Now go start a conversation, even a small one, even a weird one, even a "do you like parties" one.
Especially that one.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.
Bye.